Is what makes Frederick unique the fact that so much of its architecture, historic architecture, has been preserved to the level that it has?
Yes, I never use the word unique because the minute you do, you find one, another one out there. But it certainly it makes Frederick extraordinary and a very special place. And back in the 1970s, there were a group of people in Frederick who recognized the value of the city and the architecture in the city. They weren't all just architectural historian types; they were business people. Frederick was one of the earlier efforts at recognizing and preserving historic character of the downtown.
Was that something innate in the character of the town itself, though? Because even there hadn't seemed to be too many updates even during the 50s. There wasn't the kind of fake veneer stone put on it the way it was in Baltimore. So
Right. Yeah. Well, of course, in Baltimore, that stone veneer that they put on buildings was manufactured right there, and that was kind of a Baltimore thing. And even now, that is becoming a historic feature, believe it or not, from the 50s. So, but Frederick didn't have that. I think they had the prosperity, but maybe not the interest, I guess, in moving into other directions with substitute materials, or not to say that there aren't any examples of that in Frederick, but they're not dominating.
it's almost a land frozen in time in a way.
It is. And there's some just, if your viewers can just walk down the streets and just look at the buildings in a different way than you do when you're in a car driving by, where you can just really savor the character, what we call character defining features of the buildings. As an example, in Frederick, there are a lot of doors, front doors on buildings that have ovals in each of the panels. There might be 6 panels, maybe 8 panels with a little oval, which is definitely Federal period, which is 1800 to 1820s, where that was major. And you see it on a lot of buildings in Frederick. And it's fun just to go and walk around and see them. And the other thing that's fun to see if you're on foot are these buildings that have an older building embedded within them. And you can pick out a few of those here and there as well.